How much time have you wasted scrolling through Netflix, only to end up watching the same recommendations over and over again? Meanwhile, some of the platform's best thrillers are practically invisible. Today, we're counting down 10 Netflix thrillers that are so good, it's insane almost nobody talks about them. And trust me, don't miss number 1. It's an unforgettable thriller that deserved to become a global hit. Kicking things off at number 10 is Fractured. Sam Worthington plays a father driving his family home from Thanksgiving when his young daughter fractures her arm at a rest stop. They rush to a nearby hospital. She goes in for a CT scan with her mother. Then they vanish. The hospital claims they were never admitted. No records, no CCTV, nothing. What follows is a tight, paranoid, single-location thriller where you genuinely cannot tell if the protagonist is losing his mind or uncovering something far darker. Worthington plays desperation like a man holding his breath underwater, and the tension never lets up. A lean 80 minutes that feels like 40, ending with one of the most fiercely debated final shots on the platform. Coming in at number 9 is Cam.
You stole my face and now I'm going to get it back.
You stole my face and now I'm going to get it back. Come on, let's keep playing.
Madeline Brewer plays Alice, a cam girl who has built a successful persona and a loyal fan base through sheer hustle. Then one day she logs in and discovers someone else is broadcasting on her channel. Someone with her face, her room, her tattoos. But it is not her. And the platform refuses to help because the doppelganger is pulling higher numbers. It carries the digital paranoia of Black Mirror, fused with a deeply personal unraveling that gets under your skin and stays there. Brewer delivers one of the most underappreciated performances of the last decade. The script, written by a former cam girl, brings an authenticity that makes every moment feel disturbingly real. Netflix dropped this with almost no promotion, and the algorithm buried it immediately. At number 8 is In the Shadow of the Moon.
Hello, Thomas.
What'd you say?
Is this where it happens?
Boyd Holbrook plays a Philadelphia cop in 1988 who stumbles onto a bizarre case. Victims bleeding out internally with no visible wounds. The suspect dies in a confrontation. Case closed. Then 9 years later, identical murders begin again. Same suspect, same face. She hasn't aged a single day. Every 9 years she returns, the pattern repeats, and the cop's obsession destroys his life 1 decade at a time. What starts as a gritty period crime thriller slowly mutates into something far stranger, a time loop mystery spanning decades with an emotional gut punch of an ending. Michael C. Hall co-stars, the atmosphere is thick with dread, and the genre-bending ambition is exactly why the algorithm had no idea what to do with it. Entering at number 7 is God's Crooked Lines. Alice, a private investigator, checks herself into a psychiatric hospital to investigate a mysterious death. She is sharp, calculated, and absolutely convinced she is the only sane person in the building. Then the film starts asking the question you should have been asking since the opening frame. What if she is not? It breathes the suffocating atmosphere of Shutter Island, drenched in the unsettling ambiguity of an institution where the line between patient and doctor constantly shifts. The lead performance is mesmerizing. The twists are earned, and the final reveal will make you immediately want to rewatch the entire film to catch every clue you missed the first time. This is the kind of thriller Netflix gives a global release and then pretends does not exist. At number 6 is Forgotten. A young man witnesses his older brother being kidnapped on the street. 19 days later, the brother returns. No memory of where he has been, but something is irreversibly wrong. His behavior shifts in ways that are impossible to ignore. He is not the same person. The film opens as a family drama, then twists into a psychological thriller, and then twists again into something you genuinely will not see coming. Korean cinema has mastered the art of the mid-film genre pivot, and Forgotten executes it with surgical precision. The less you know going in, the harder it hits. The final 30 minutes are a relentless barrage of revelations, and the ending will sit with you long after the credits roll. Kicking off the top 5 at number 5 is Mirage.
I'm her mommy. Don't you remember me?
What are you doing in my house?
My house.
What did you say?
There was a connection with the storm and then everything changed.
During a massive electrical storm in 2014, a woman discovers an old TV camera in her new house. The storm connects her to a young boy living in the same house 25 years earlier. She warns him about his impending death, saves his life, then wakes up to a world that has completely rewritten itself. Her daughter no longer exists. Her husband does not know her. She has 72 hours to piece together what changed before reality locks into place forever. Picture frequency, but the emotional stakes hit harder, and the butterfly effect logic is genuinely airtight. Spanish cinema has been quietly dominating the time travel thriller genre, and Mirage is the proof Hollywood refuses to acknowledge. It is clever, it is heartbreaking, and it respects your intelligence in a way most thrillers are too scared to attempt. At number 4 is Oxygen.
Unlock the door right now.
I cannot comply with that request at this moment.
I'm begging you, open the pod.
I cannot comply with that request.
A woman wakes up inside a cryogenic medical pod with no memory of who she is, how she got there, and rapidly depleting oxygen levels. The entire film takes place inside this pod. One actor, one location. Oxygen at 80% and falling. Melanie Laurent delivers a performance so gripping, you forget you are watching someone trapped in a box for 100 minutes. Alexandra Aja, the director of High Tension and Crawl, strips away every cinematic comfort and traps you inside that pod with her. Imagine Buried, but the coffin is a cryo chamber, and the mystery of her identity unravels in real time through fragmented memories and a malfunctioning AI called Milo. The pacing is relentless. The revelations are perfectly timed, and the third act delivers an emotional payoff that genuinely earns its tears. Entering the top 3, at number 3, is The Call. Park Shin-hye plays a woman in the present who discovers an old cordless phone in her childhood home. It rings. On the other end is a young woman living in the same house, 20 years in the past. One phone call, 2 timelines, and what starts as a friendly connection between 2 lonely women mutates into something terrifying when the woman in the past realizes she can change the present by altering events before they happen. It is what happens when a supernatural thriller violently collides with a serial killer nightmare. And the tonal shift at the midpoint is one of the most jarring and effective pivots in recent Korean cinema. Jeon Jong-so is absolutely chilling once the mask comes off. The tension escalates with every call. The rules of the connection are cleverly established, and the ending will leave you staring at the screen in disbelief. At number 2 is They Clone Tyrone.
I don't know what that was, but that wasn't me.
Somebody is conducting experiments on us.
John Boyega plays a drug dealer who gets shot dead in a turf war. Then he wakes up the next morning like nothing happened. Teaming up with a quick-witted sex worker played by Tyrone Paris and a pimp played by Jamie Foxx at his absolute peak, they uncover a government cloning conspiracy operating underneath their own neighborhood. If Sorry to Bother You, and a 70s blaxploitation classic, had a deeply paranoid, sci-fi obsessed kid, this film is it. The visual style is immaculate. Grainy film stock, neon-lit alleyways, a soundtrack dripping with soul. It is funny. It is biting. It is genuinely one of the most original films Netflix has ever produced. And they buried it. That is a crime. Zero marketing, zero buzz. A few weeks on the platform and the algorithm moved on like it never happened. Tyrone Paris and Jamie Foxx deserved Oscar conversations. They got silence. And finally, at number 1, Caliber. 2 lifelong friends, Marcus and Vaughn, head to the remote Scottish Highlands for a weekend hunting trip. On their first morning, one of them accidentally shoots and kills a young boy. It is a genuine accident, the kind that happens in a heartbeat and changes everything. What follows is 90 minutes of the most suffocating tension I have ever experienced in a thriller. Picture the guilt-soaked dread of a Greek tragedy, dragged into the misty isolation of the Scottish wilderness. The village is small. Everyone knows everyone. The boy's father is not interested in an apology. He is interested in justice, and the kind of justice he wants does not involve police. Jack Lowden and Martin McCann deliver performances so raw and terrified, you feel like you are watching documentary footage. No jump scares, no cheap twists, just consequence, just dread. Just 2 men realizing they made one irreversible mistake, and now the walls are closing in. If you watch only one film from this list, make it this one. You've got your watch list sorted for the week. If you're hunting for more hidden thrillers that the algorithm keeps buried, hit that subscribe button to keep your queue stacked. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the binge.